Morning guys, hopefully you are all okay. Now, a little bit of a chatty video this morning. There's loads of different things I want to talk about, and quite envy the guys who can just put out videos, who just chat for 20 minutes in every video, get tons of views, tons of subscribers, just talking, nothing, no planning, no big format video, no spending days filming it and then days editing it, just chatting about stuff. So that's what I'm going to do today. There's a few subjects I want to chat about. I want to chat about Alfa Romeos, I want to chat about some music, I want to chat about pressure washers, I want to chat about just life in general. So stay tuned and maybe we can have a topic you're interested in other than Alfa Romeos and Fiats. So let's start the ball rolling by I am waiting for a customer to come this morning. I did tell him to be here for about 7:30, so I'm going to film the video while I'm working on his car. It's only changing a rocker cover gasket on a Brera JTS, I think it is, or a Spider JTS. So it should be fairly straightforward. Just a quick go over what we've currently got in the workshop at the minute. We've got the Giulio Quadrifoglio that was sat outside for a few weeks. Finally got a battery on that. Got that running better, but it needs a power steering rack. I think it needs a low pressure fuel pump, and it needed some actuators for the front splitter. Another Abarth in, another 2019 plate, low mileage with exactly the same problem with the engine eating itself. That has now been fixed, so that can go back to the customer next week when he can pick it up. The Abarth video is almost ready. See, it's looking pretty here. I just need to do a little bit more tidying up on it and then finish filming the video, and away we go with the raffle on that one. Super rare Abarth Punto. Love driving these things. They are so much fun to drive. This is in for an alternator, a short shift kit, and a heater motor. Now I am getting quite desperate now to finish my Punto off. It's still sitting at the back of the unit, covered up. It's still here, just not had any time at all to work on it. Life has been so busy with moving house, working in general. I've not had time this last few months to really film many videos. I've continued filming bits for the next 3 videos, but it just seems like they're like an eternity away from me actually having time to finish filming them. I mean, like the Abarth, I've had that 3 months now and I've not finished filming the video on it. And I've got the Porsche video partially filmed, and I've got the 145 video partially filmed. Not had any time at all to work on the cars, and it's getting a little bit frustrating now because I've got somebody offer me another car which I can do for a project on the channel, and I'm just like, don't know when I'm going to get a chance to work on them. So yeah, we're going to be getting there eventually, and God knows when I'm going to be able to do regular videos again. So the first thing we're going to talk about is product reviews that I do. Out of all the stuff I've done over the years, what stuff do I actually still really use and like and enjoy and would recommend you actually buy? There's a few things probably not, because after using them for a few months you realise they weren't actually that good, so we'll just put them in the bin, but we won't talk about those. The main things I still use every day are the traffic cameras. They're installed in the car, so they're always there filming, working, and they're still working to this day. I mean, the Porsche one has been in for 2 years now, if longer than that, and that's still working perfectly fine. And yeah, definitely recommend them. No issues with those at all. What else do we use? A Toto stereos. The one I fitted in the GTA, absolutely flipping fantastic. So reliable. Screen is so crispy clear, and I absolutely love it. And yes, it was a little bit big for the GTA, so I've now installed it in the Mito, which it still looks too big in. But it's functional in the Mito, and it works quite well in there. I have got another Toto stereo for the GTA, which I've literally had for about 4 months now, and I should have put the video out on it months ago, but I just haven't got around to it. The stereo is installed in the GTA now, so I might just do a quick short video demo in that. And I'm going to forget about everything I've reviewed now. What else do I use? The diagnostic stuff I've done. The launch one, which I had for the Porsche, I still use that every now and again, but I have been given another one, which is a topped-on one, and it is the top dogs. It really is that good. I've actually stopped using multi-ECU scan on the newer stuff because that is quicker and easier to use and a lot more intuitive when it comes to actually using it and diagnosing faults with cars. So there'll be a video coming up on that in a couple of weeks. It's all filmed, but just need the time to edit it. What else have I reviewed? That little scooter I reviewed, that's gone. Sold that. That sold at Christmas. I knew I wasn't going to use that. It's like a kid's toy. But I have got another scooter which I'm reviewing. It is stupidly quick. Oh, when it come to me, I'll put a picture of it on there. I was like, it's expensive, but it's just a little scooter. It can't be that bad. And it was a massive heavy box, the biggest thing I've ever had to move around in the unit, bar engines. and easy to build. Drove it. Oh my god, it is so quick. It's scarily fast. It's dangerous. It's that quick. So I've got to film the last bit of the video on that, and that's a fantastic machine for the money that is. I never ever thought I'd be a kid again and want to go out on a scooter. How many customers here now? So let's talk about something else. Right, so where were we? We were talking about products I've reviewed. Now my mind's going to go blank because I'm now having to talk, think, and repair a car at the same time. So I'm not used to doing that. Too much stuff going on in my head. Right, so other things I've done is that CarPlay box for the Porsche. Use that every single day. Wouldn't really want to be without that because it does come in very handy. And it just keeps the inside of a car modern, because a lot of problems with technology in cars nowadays, it becomes so outdated so quickly. I mean, the stuff inside the Porsche now is over 10 years old. And it's just so slow and dated now. It still works and functions perfectly fine, but it's nice that you can have those boxes and bring a modern touch to what would be an outdated stereo. So yeah, that is one thing I wouldn't be without now. As I say, I've got a playlist with all the reviews in there if you want to go and have a look at them. I'm not trying to throw you any reviews or anything like that. Do you know what? I've now my mind's gone blank when it comes to the stuff I've reviewed and the stuff I use every day. Damn. Right, the bikes. Yeah, I did some bikes, didn't I? The Moon Cool bike that got sold. It was a horrible thing to use. It was a trike. It was just uncontrollable, but the Engine X one, that's really good. We've got that in the shed now, we keep that, and I've also kept the other two electric bikes I did as well. One of them's still at the back of the unit, which is going to be the white, but I've managed to misplace the charger for it, so I need to try and find another one of those. And yeah, oh yeah, I was saying about that scooter, wasn't I? It's not, I never thought I'd actually want to get into scooting as a hobby, but wow, it's so quick, and it's kind of a little bit of an off-road scooter, so I can take it in the forest and go raving mad, going through all the trees and pathways around the back of the house. So yeah, that's a good video. I'm looking forward to finishing that, but it's having the time to have somebody come and film it, because they want a 15-minute video on something you could probably get done in 5 minutes. So it's going to definitely be filled with padding, that video. Come on, what else have we reviewed, Neil? Temu tools and stuff like that. Don't end up using them. I do. So the Temu tools I did, although the video did really well, it's the best sort of advertising video I've ever done. Do I use any of the stuff? Yes, I used the tyre repair kit. That came in handy, but unfortunately they've dried out a bit now, and I think they're still in the Discovery, ready for an emergency, but whether they'd actually work or not now, I don't know. I have kept them sealed. So yeah, I'm just doing the rocker cover gasket on these. So I've just had to go and look at my phone to see what I've reviewed, because I've just totally forgot everything I've done. So one of the things I do use the most out of everything, sort of visibly notice, other than the stuff which you leave plugged in and use in the background, is the, what do you call them? The Raycon earbuds. Still use those every day, and I find them really handy. I use them when I do the garden, I use them when I wash the cars. I'll use them on holiday and stuff like that. So that is something I will still use loads. Yeah, the Mooncool trike we reviewed, that it seems like that was very much geared towards people with a bit of a disability who struggle to walk. And I actually sold that, and I didn't realise this until I actually put it up for sale. And a lot of people were inquiring about it because they were, you know, slightly disabled and wanted to be able to get around. But one thing they probably wouldn't realise with buying that was how heavy it was, and you wouldn't be able to get in a car, especially if you had a bit of a disability. But you know, it was a useful thing, and I'm sure it'll come in handy to somebody, but couldn't really find a use for it myself, so that's why I sold that one. And yeah, when you're working on stuff, your mind goes blank, and I need to keep referring to the videos I've done. Yeah, it was the Autocast stuff I've reviewed. The borescope I do use, the heat gun thing, I still use that. Oh, the best thing I've ever had, and I still use this all the time. Now, is this AC mount jump starter. Brilliant. I've had this, what, 3 years plus now? It's still working brilliant, and I still use it every other day to jumpstart cars when needed. And it's still great bit of kit. I think less than 60 quid, something like that, and it's phenomenal bit of kit. Still works, and it gets a lot of heavy use. Yeah, my memory card got full, so I've had to start again. One product I had to take off review was like one of the Apple CarPlay things. We all agreed on filming the video was filmed, sent it to them to review it and make sure everything was okay. Come back, yeah, that's fine, put the video out, and then we'll pay you. And then after a couple of days the video had been out, not received payment, and we're like, oh yeah, we want you to change something in the video. And I was like, no, the video's been out for a few days and you okayed the video, so I'm not going to review it. And they said, oh well, we're not going to pay you then. So I took the video off and deleted it and binned the product, because their service, I would say customer service, but their reputation was then non-existent to me because of them doing that to me after I've done everything they wanted me to do. So I don't tolerate companies that do that to you, because if they do that to you and you're a paid interview, what they're going to do to you when you've got a problem with your product. So that video never saw the light of day again. And for the total opposite of bad companies and how a good company is, Radar Tyres, they have sort of excelled in my expectations of what a company should be like when it comes to reviewing stuff. And my mind's gone elsewhere again because I'm working on cars. Right, I'm going to stop what I'm doing and talk about this for a minute. Now, Radar Tyres have excelled in company and the service and the way they deal with me. Every other company I deal with, you always deal with like text messages, emails, the odd phone call, but this one has been thorough video calls where I've met the people high up in the company that are dealing with it. They've gone through everything they want me to do, they've gone through everything I've done, and that they're all happy with it. And you know, the customer service has been absolutely amazing throughout the whole process. But what surprised me was when I put the second video out and I made a criticism on the fact the sidewalls were getting damaged on the alloy wheels. They've actually come back to me and said, yeah, we're going to change the design of the tyres because of that. And for a company to listen to what me, the little guy, says, I think is absolutely outstanding. And I will always recommend Radar Tyres now, because the service I've had off them, yeah, I'm only a little guy, but they've listened to me and changing tyres and taken on board any of the comments I've made. So I would definitely recommend you buy Radar Tyres now. Some of you may not agree with it. Some of you might think, oh no, they're not good, but you don't know until you try it. And I've tried it, and I enjoy them. What else was I going to say? So yeah, the other thing I had to mention as well was I totally forgot when I put the video out, I put a slightly different width tyre on because they didn't make the correct ones. So that will create a little bit more sidewall damage, but not the entire cause of it. But as I say, they're going to change the way the tyre's designed to give it more coverage. So, you know, kudos to them for doing that. And I will definitely be doing more videos with them. So I would love to work with them again because they are an amazing company. And out of all the companies I work with, they are by far the best when it comes to making you feel good about the product that they are offering you. And I've got another bolt down there to undo. Right, so now I can actually think about what I'm doing. What else am I going to talk about? Music! Now, I love a bit of music. I am very much stuck in the past nowadays when it comes to music. So I like finding a hidden gem of a band or a rock group or a solo artist. And one that I found recently which I thoroughly enjoy listening to. I've listened to their first 3 albums now, but I've mainly been stuck on the first one. Is the Outfield from 1985, a London-born band, and listen to the first album over and over again. You'll know one of their songs you'll love. I'll put a bit of it up now. Josie's on a vacation far away. But I may have to take it out if I put too much in. And I just think the whole album, every single track on it, is just toe-tappingly good. The music sounds amazing. It's got a proper sound to it, like a little bit like Crowded House. A little bit like Crowded House. And the sound that they've produced is quite unique, and I really enjoy that. So give that first album a go. But during my research, I did find that unfortunately 2 of the 3 members have passed away now. So we're not going to be getting any more music from them, which is really sad because they're a really underrated band. So they've got about 10 albums out, and I love putting it on when I'm going home in the Porsche, put the top down when the sun's out, turn the tunes up, and have a good sing-song on the way home. I don't care if anybody's looking at me, I just enjoy listening to that music. And the next one I really enjoy is Survivor. A lot of people only remember Survivor for like Eye of the Tiger and a few other rocky anthems. But over the years, I've really come to love Survivor, and their best album that I listen to a lot, especially just driving albums when you want to, put the roof down, turn the tunes up, enjoy yourself. You can't beat it. Is Premonition. I think it was their 3rd, 4th studio album, and every song on it is absolutely flipping amazing. Favourite one is Chevy Nights. Play a little bit of that to you now. Ooh, and there's one called Summer Nights, I can't remember. But yeah, absolutely phenomenal album. Give it a go. I'll put all the links to the albums in the description below. And we're now really struggling to get these out. So what I might do is pause the video now and get these out, and then we can carry on talking. But yeah, that's something I still use as well, my little blowgun. That comes in very handy indeed. Come on out, we're nearly there. There we go, we're done. Oh. So another album I've been spending a lot of time listening to is since I went to Vegas last year. We spent a lot of time in a country bar, and I found myself listening to a lot of country music recently, and I've spent a lot of time listening to Chris Stapleton. I listened to his first album more than anything, and that is a cracking album, especially Tennessee Whiskey. I think that's an absolute banger of a tune, that is. So that's enough albums now. What do you guys listen to? What would you say is like one of the most underrated albums that you absolutely love? I mean, I've probably got about 30 I could list off to you. But yeah, my favourite album, if I could only listen to one album ever again, it would be Premonition by Survivor. I think that is just the best album in the world. So yeah, give it a listen on iTunes, as they all are. So yeah, comment in the description below what you think of what your most underrated album is, and I will give it a go. So one product I wouldn't review, even if I was paid £1 million to review it, was anything by Karcher. Now, I've owned, unfortunately, about 4 pressure washers, and all have broken just as the warranty's expired. And they all break because they're made with cheap and nasty plastics that the pressure from the pressure washer forces them apart and cracks them. Yeah, you can buy new parts and repair them, but as soon as you repair one, another part breaks, and they're just cheap and nasty and not worth a single penny. So I need to find another brand of pressure washer that actually performs as it should. I've been looking at some Bosch ones, and hopefully I'll be getting one of those and trying that, because I don't use them that much. I bought one from Screwfix a few years ago, not a Bosch one, I forget what make it is, it's a green one. And that performs really well, but it just makes like a purging noise every few seconds, and it gets annoying while you're washing your car, because all you can hear is yeah. And yeah, so I try and not use that too much, or I turn my music up when I'm washing the cars. But yeah, that's one manufacturer I think is really putting out a really pants product. And yeah, let me know what you think of those. So right, I'm going to get this back together now, and then we're going to talk about probably my final subject, which is Alfa Romeo, and do they actually have a future? So, Alfa Romeo, the brand we all love, the brand most of us have never purchased brand new, the love of our lives when it comes to cars, but are they going to be here in, we'll say, 5 years' time? A lot of car manufacturers are going to be struggling because I don't think a lot of them have moved with the times, or they have downgraded in quality. I mean, Audi are not what they used to be. From 2010 to 2017, used to love Audis. I had 3 of them. An A1, 2 A4s, and a Q5. Hated the Q5, sold that, moved to BMW. But generally, Audis I've always had a soft spot for, because the interiors were always lovely. And I went to a dealer a few weeks ago to have a look at what was on offer, and I must say I wasn't impressed. It was all very, very, very cheap from what I remember on the inside, and a lot of manufacturers are doing that. They're not what they were, and other ones are coming in now offering more of what we want. I mean, like Peugeot are doing some phenomenal cars at the moment. BYD are doing some cracking cars, selling shitloads of them. The JQ and the other one, whatever that's called, Amoda, not a fan personally, but they're filling that gap of budget cars that people want. And it seems like the Stellantis group, other than Peugeot at the minute, which is surprising, they're doing some good looking cars. A lot of people are complaining about build quality and faults, but I wonder what future is in store for Alfa Romeo. Where are they going to sit in the market? They tried to sit on the same field as BMW, Jaguar, Land Rover, but I think that failed terribly, as though what they did have was a phenomenal product with the Stelvio and the Giulia. I just think it was still a little bit behind the times compared to other manufacturers, and they still have that misrepresentation of them being super unreliable. But my personal opinion is they're just as reliable as every other car on the market. Yeah, you get some bad ones, but for the vast majority of them, it's just maintenance. Keep up with the maintenance and you will have a good car. I mean, the amount of people that told me not to buy a Land Rover, and here we are 2 years later. Yes, it's had a couple of faults, but the dealer's been really good, sorted them all out without any issues. And yeah, so if anybody tells you, oh, don't buy one of them because they're unreliable, unless it comes from me, of course, because I'm honest, don't listen to them. Buy what you want. Everybody's allowed their own opinion, and it seems in this day and age, no one's opinion is right unless it's your own, which is total bullcrap. So my philosophy is, have your own opinion. Tell people your opinion. If they don't agree with it, that is perfectly fine. Just move on. Talk about something else, do something else. But yeah, Alfa Romeo. So at the minute, we've got the Junior, which in all honesty, I've not really spent any time with. So I can't have an opinion on it, but my opinion, the only one I've got at the moment is it's a Peugeot. And Peugeot has nothing in common with the passion us Alfa Romeo owners love. It seems to have developed Alfa Romeo styling, as in not Alfa Romeo styling. So I don't know where that's going to go from now. What do you guys think? And I'm struggling to get this bolt back in. And it seems like a lot of the Alfa Romeo dealers have gone now. The vast majority of them never really offered a service anybody would be happy with. I mean, they were trying to sit themselves with BMW and Audi, but unfortunately they didn't deliver on the customer service side of things, which I experienced firsthand with owning BMWs, with owning Audis, and I had a new Mito back in 2010, a Cloverleaf. The service was okay. The Budgeons in Shrewsbury, we bought it from, they're long gone now. The service from them was okay, no complaints really. Unfortunately the car wasn't great, but it was reliable. It had to have a new gearbox and stuff like that, so we did lose it for a few months, but it wasn't a terrible car. And yeah, like the Giulias and the Stelvios, they are bringing them back out again. But yeah, I've now lost some screws. They're bringing it out again, and they're just giving it more quadrifoglio bits on it. So yeah, it's one of those things, we don't know what Alfa has in store for us, what they're going to change, what new models are going to come out. But at the minute, it seems like they're going to be rehashed Peugeots, which I'm not convinced on, but my knowledge of what they like to drive is zero. So if anybody from Peugeot or Alfa Romeo wants to talk to me about doing some reviews on some Alfas, see if you can get me convinced into loving the new ones, then please get in contact. My email will be in the description down below. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. My talking has been quite all over the shop because I've been trying to concentrate at the same time on a very simple job, which has become twice as hard from talking, which is weird. So yeah, if you guys want to talk about something else, comment in the description, and we'll have another video like this if this one is enjoyable for you. So yeah, if you have enjoyed this style of video, and I'm sorry it's been a bit all over the shop with me talking, but trying to concentrate on all this. Remember the products I've reviewed, remembering what I wanted to talk about. It's not been easy. So yeah, it's been nice to have a chat with you for a change. It makes my work a bit more interesting. So yeah, if you've enjoyed it, leave a comment down below on what other topics you would like to talk about, and we can have a chat with those. But yeah, have a listen to the Outfield album and Survivor's album Premonition, and let me know what you think. Also let me know what albums you find you enjoy listening to in the car, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.